Tanner Carrick joins right now, and well, you've got a big win tonight, huh?
Yeah, especially for never having CWA or Rob Roberts or Benelli or Sitka or Yeti involved really in racing, especially in the dirt midget stuff. I got him to jump on board this year just because my daily job is hunting and fishing, and I got him to jump on board. It took a little bit, but it kind of was a last-minute deal. Like, Keith just wrapped the car like a week and a half ago, and I'm pumped. I couldn't have done it for any better people than the guys finally got to jump on board, and they got to jump on board, and hopefully they want to stay in it. And I think they're all pumped at California Waterfowl. They're posted more than I ever thought they would, and I think it's pretty awesome and pretty special. I didn't ask anything from them other than just to support them and back what they do, just because that's my daily job. And it feels awesome to come in this building and win another prelim night, other than I want to get a little better on Saturday night, and I think we have the car to do it, and we always have the car to do it. But this year it seems like we got a little more speed than normal that fits my driving style, rather than Keith's stuff always has speed, but I'd say it fits like other people's driving style a little better than mine, and I seem to struggle in areas. But this year it seemed like I walked in and got in the car and we fired off really fast, and I was like, man, it's hard to tell because we're group 4 hot laps on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. But we went out as the last group, and the track was pretty much gone, and we still had really good car speed. And I told Keith, I was like, if we can just roll this into tomorrow and keep building on it, I think we'll be really good, and we'll be staying on the stage. And tonight when I walked in the trailer after the qualifier going 4th to 1st, I looked at Keith and said, are we going to win this thing or what? And we got a really fast car, and you keep adding a little more speed to it. I have a feeling we'll be staying on the stage after this race. Even though the 71 starting the pole and went 9th to 3rd in the Race of Champions, I think we're better than them. I don't have as many laps as them in this building, or not as many races all year long in the midget, but I told Keith, I was like, we're better than them. We'll be good. And Keith had the same attitude that I did, and that helps. When all the guys that are working on your stuff have the same attitude and the same drive to go do this, it puts you in a good mood, and it makes you want to race just as hard or even harder for them to get the end results that everyone wants. So hats off to these guys for working their butts off and giving me the car that I needed to do what I did. And I can't thank CWA and Rob Roberts, Benelli, Yeti, Seeker, everyone that puts me in the place that I need to be, K1 Race Gear and Arai Helmets, for all the hard work, Toyota and Curb.
It's interesting because Keith has all these cars here, but you guys everybody is individual, and these cars are all set up, but you guys all just race as hard against anybody, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is.
Oh yeah, Keith's like my dad. I basically came out 6 years ago, and Keith never really did anything with anyone else. We go hunting together every year whenever I can get him away from racing and then even if it's in the middle.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, it is tough, but it's actually getting easier as these years go by. I think he's finally starting to realize I just got to get him on my boat now. I've got him to go hunting with me. I need to get him to go fishing with me. But we're like a family, and I mean, Keith and Pete have taken care of me since day one, and I lived with Pete the first year and a half in Indiana, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. I'm not just one of the normal Keith Kins guys that shows up and races every weekend and go home. I mean, these guys are like my family, and I look at Keith like my second dad, and that's how it's always been since I came here. And he's took me under his wing, and he basically pulls my car to the side and works on it every time I want to come run the midget, and that means a lot to me. And I know it's hard on him, and he loves doing it. So as much as he loves doing it, I'd love to come do it some more, and hopefully we can work out the sprint car schedule and the midget schedule this summer a little bit better, and the races that make sense for me to come back to the Midwest and run the midget a little more, I'd gladly do it if the money's there for it. And I'm not going to miss a $10,000 to win sprint car race or something out in California, but as long as the schedules line up, I'd gladly love to come run more for Keith, and I'm going to try to make that work this year, so we'll see what happens.
All right, and then I'm the Northwest guy, so I got to ask, and California won too. And are you going to run a lot of that high limit stuff this year when we get out to the West Coast? We're going to see, when we saw you at Dirt Cup a couple years ago, we didn't see you this year. Are we going to get you up in the Northwest for those 100,000? We got $200,000 races back to back there.
Oh yeah. We plan on running as many of the high limit races when they come out to the West Coast as we can. We had some problems going on with the crew when they came out this last year, so that kind of halted us on going up on that trip, and we had planned on going on that trip the whole year. Just had some issues come along that we couldn't make it up there, unfortunately, and they were more important issues than going up and racing up at Dirt Cup. So I wanted to run the rest of the year, and that's what it had to take to let our crew chief get better from having kidney stones. So we got all better, and we got all back in square one, and we regrouped and started doing what we do best and grinding away.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck on Saturday night. I hope we're talking to you right back here, huh?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Not second or third, though. I definitely want to be in the middle seat, and that's where I've been trying to be at for the last 5 years in this building. So hopefully we can do that.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Shaun. You're in the dirt.